when you were in your previous job or in undergrad?
Mm-hmm.
I'll actually say that I did not educate myself enough in Excel during my
Oh yeah.
undergraduate career. My skills in Excel as an undergraduate was able to type words in different cells. That was pretty much it, and make lists. I really couldn't do much of anything, and it is a tool that is used far and wide. It doesn't matter what industry it is. You're going to see something in Excel, and I would say right now, if I had the time, I would take a class specifically dedicated to using that tool because it is exceptionally powerful, and you're going to see it. And so that's kind of, I know I took this in a little bit of a different route, but I think that would definitely be a big piece of advice I give people.
You know, Nick, it's funny because I was also thinking about Excel. Yeah, you know, surprisingly, we use it a lot, and I guess I learned a bit in undergrad, but you know, it's easy enough to learn. There's so many different tutorials online. You know, just spend you know, an hour or two, like in a week or so, and you should be able to become experts at it by the, you know, by the time you're starting your job. But I do agree, Excel is very important. Anything Microsoft Office based is very important because that's mainly what you're going to use. And also, I mean, it really depends on the job. I know I did a lot of MATLAB, and we use that a little in my work. Not as much because they don't expect that you know, programming or anything of that sort. But it's always advantageous to know a little bit of programming because it will help with Excel or another thing where you're trying to put together macros or something. So those are some practical skills that I would definitely agree with Nick that, you know, you guys should concentrate on, and surprisingly enough, you use a lot of it at work.
My three, quick question for you. You have a very rich and strong engineering background. I'm curious if at Navigant, have you gotten maybe more exposure to finance and financial concepts than you would have expected?
Yeah, so that's interesting actually. So we mainly work on the engineering aspect of the rulemaking, and we have national labs that work on the economic side. But we do have groups within Navigant that also does the economic analysis of parts of the economic analysis. And I'm just now actually starting to get into that part of the process, just because, well, I've been in Navigant for about a year and a half now, so I'm pretty new considering a lot of other people who've been there for longer. And so I'm just getting some access to that economic analysis, and you know, I don't have too much of an economic background, so this is just learning on the job right now. But the engineering background definitely helps. I mean, it's all math, it's all practical skills, so you know, you pick it up pretty fast. Yeah.
Excellent. Noah,
Yep.
what new skills have you grown since you've been at FERC?
Well, so it's interesting because I didn't realize how much legal and actually some sort of accounting elements I would be doing. It'll be, depending on what you do at FERC, it would be different, even just within the jobs you get. And so I think the surprising part about that for me was what they were really looking for was somebody who still had like a knowledge base of, you know, some background in energy, but also someone who could pick up those new skills. And so that's sort of a skill in itself, right? Being able to learn on the job and being able to demonstrate that. And that goes back to what Nick and Maitri were saying before about, you know, since you are coming out of undergrad, that's an important thing to display because there will probably be a lot of on-the-job training for you.
Very cool. I am hearing a lot of people talking about how they graduate